Hey there, sweetness, how goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game. If there's anything that is connective to this collective, that is beautiful, and I invite you to take it with you. If, however, nothing here resonates with you, that's all right. Just leave it right where you found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for someone else in the collective, and you should never, ever take something off the table, or in general, that doesn't belong to you, right? Right. Bear in mind that time may be fluid, as well as energy. And let's get into it, shall we? Ooh, yes. Yes, we shall. What are we getting into? I don't even know. Collective. I don't even know. I do know that I was guided to pick our title right out of the dictionary. Well, out of here. Little bit of bibliomancy, pop it open, bink, right? That's where our title comes from. It actually brought me straight to the thesaurus and not the dictionary. And we got, if you've not read the description for the video, comparable. Our word for this reading, our strong focus is on comparabilities. And I do not mean, oh, well, this person doesn't compare to my ex at all. Nope, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about comparing relationships and things like that. Nope. Sort of. But we're talking about the people in the relationship themselves. How do they compare to each other? And by that, I mean, what allies them? How are they akin to each other? How are they alike? How are they correspondent with one another? And how are they parallel with each other? What do I mean by parallel? Never before each other, never behind each other, always beside each other. Now that right there starts it, doesn't it, collective? For two to have a healthy connection, they have to agree on the simple things as well as the significant things. Their opinions and their feelings, their thoughts, they must correspond with each other, be parallel to each other, right? Otherwise, where's the agreement? It's like two people taking a walk, holding hands, and one of them's trying to go really fast and one of them's trying to go really slow. How can they both enjoy that walk together? If you ask me, they can't. So the energy of this reading is going to be a love reading, clearly. And it's about the good things coming in parallel relationships, all right? We're going to get on to some index cards first. And the top one comes from a song by a band named Twiddle. The song is called Out in the Cold. Excuse me. It's hard to see the future when the present doesn't suit you. Someone's been undermining their own goals. This is an energy of being in a relationship that does not suit. I don't know if it's you, collective, or someone on your mind, someone in your energy, but there is someone that's been in a relationship that is not, the person they're with is not comparable to them. They're not alike. They are not parallel. And they're not allied. And therefore, it's hard to see the future of that relationship. It's hard for the people that are in it, it's hard for them to envision it lasting and being a forever thing, end game. Why? Because it doesn't suit. It's like the Queen of Wands and King of Pentacles. They're not an energetic match. They're both, cool people. They have all kinds of neat aspects about themselves, but they're not an energetic parallel match to each other. And that's an energy that's coming across. Someone's been undermining their own end game, their own forever goals by being in a relationship that does not suit them, that is not parallel to them, period. But don't fret, my dear. Evolution comes. We evolve. There's an energy of gifts and exchanges, sacred union, innate talents, and generosity on its way. I believe that this is what hangs in the balance the moment that the people involved in the unparalleled relationship finally uninvolve themselves. Then, and only then, will they find their parallel. And will they come into their sacred union and discover the innate talents that the future does hold for them when their present suits them. Spirit of love, truth, honesty, guidance, effort. Please guide this reading. Guide us in all our ways, always. Thank you. Helga and Arnold. It's an archetype for you right there. That is unrequited love, obsession. It's a very wet behind the ears energy. It's a feminine energy that is obsessive, that is delusional, that is needy, undermining, tricky. So I feel there may be a masculine that has been trapped or has trapped themselves, really. Okay. We all have free will of choice, but they've been in an unparalleled relationship with a Helga. But there's something, they want to drop that shit right now. You have parents, not the same heart as you. I love you to pieces. Please don't love me to pieces. Love me wholly. Okay. I feel like, all right, we're just going to use these names for them, all right? The masculine, Arnold. I feel like he entered into this union with Helga thinking that they were going to be able to raise their children together, raise a family together. There's something here about children, and in the relationship with the children, the masculine has realized that this feminine is not parallel to them, does not have the same heart. They are not alike, they are not akin. I feel like Helga, back to very, very needy, very tricky, high maintenance, icky. And it's caused this sort of dull throb in the masculine in Arnold's heart. And his head. I think that dull throb really acts up. I think it's collective. You're on the outside of this. And Arnold is thinking about you. And thinking about how you were akin to their energy. You were alike. You did have, by all appearances to them, now, looking back, you had the same heart as them. Why? Because you were willing to let them go. And that's how Arnold knows that the collective has the same heart, is parallel, because it's that old saying, if you really love something, let it go. If it returns, it's yours. If it doesn't, it never was. Collective, you let this masculine go. And that showed them somewhere down the line how much you actually loved them, because I don't think Helga is willing to let them go. And I think it's a very uncomfortable feeling, a very uncomfortable relationship. I think Helga emasculates this masculine. And I think that the masculine knows in his heart that they're not one and the same. I think they both know that they're not one and the same. But when they start to think about separating, they allow fear and stress to overcome. And keep themselves trapped. They have a choice, though. They have a choice to gather themselves up, zip right the fuck out of there, save, excuse me, save their legacy, to change what the future holds for them, because they find the way to fall into suit with themselves. And boy, when they do, something beautiful. That's a song, When It Rains, It Pours. It's all about how man Murphy's Law, if something can go wrong, it will, but then at the same time, it's about looking at the bright side. And I think Arnold's trying really hard to look at the bright side right now. And I think he's close to spirit, praying. Asking spirit, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Spirit's going to show him. How to take care of themselves. How to be the hero of their own story. And it starts with them letting go of the things that don't suit them. All right. And collective. You know, as I say, energy may be fluid. So maybe I'm talking to Helga, right? Maybe I'm talking to the Arnold. No matter who, my advice remains the same. Do not keep yourself boxed into a situation or a relationship, a connection that you know does not suit you and does not suit your highest good, your highest goals. Don't chase after things that you know don't suit your highest path. Don't chase after things that have no comparison to you and your energy. Also, don't let things like that chase after you. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, you know what? This is where I'm going to leave this one. I will be back a little bit later on with another collective message. I love you all. Do me a favor, smash that like button. Be sure you're subscribed to the tribe. Turn on your bell notification so you never miss your messages. Until we speak again, my dears. Mwah.